Tau Hanare.
Mr Speaker, thank you very much. The Dominion Post the other day, Rivals policies out of touch and out of time. Out of touch and out of time. And it really does sum it up. And I want to talk about Shane Jones, who actually, I think, should be the leader of the Labour Party. Because at least he's got a few ideas. He's got a few ideas. You know, he knows how to talk the language of the everyday New Zealander, the Joe and Mary blogs out there. But guess what? I'm appalled by what's happening in the Labour Party, because we've got David Cunliffe, supported by Louisa Wall and Nanaya Mahuta. And we've got Grant Robertson. I'll talk about Grant Robertson's little cameo on TV the other night very shortly, Mr Speaker. Supported by Moana Maki and by Meka Whaitiri. And then poor old Shane, only supported by Renault. You know, you would have thought that there's, for the first time in the party's history, Tangata Whenua has put his hand up and said, I'd like to be the leader of one of New Zealand's major parties. I would like to be the leader. And you would have thought that this was the opportunity to grab the Māori vote back from the Māori Party and grab the Māori vote back from the Mana Party in the north and say, well, we are speaking the language of the electorate, of the Māori electorate, and that's why we have a leader, a Māori leader of the Labour Party. And actually one that has a few clues about where the battle will be won. Because it sure as hell won't be won out on the left, out on the extreme left, where Mr Cunliffe and Mr Robertson are pushing themselves because they want to be with their mates over here, the Green Party. Mr Speaker, I saw something the other night that I'm absolutely gobsmacked. And people don't want to talk about. Here's Grant Robertson. Here's Grant Robertson on TV being asked by the interviewer, where's your partner? Where's your partner? And Grant Robertson says, bold as Larry, oh, he's not here. He's got something else to do. But roll back the videotape, Mr Speaker, and you see Alf's behind him, wandering past over to another table. So why would you think, why would you do that? Why would you lie in front of national TV? Why would you lie? It must be embarrassed. I don't know. Look, I don't know. The fact of the matter is that what we've seen is one of the candidates, a bold-faced lie on national TV, wants to represent this country. So that says to this country that it's okay to lie on national TV and not even apologise for it. A day later, 2 days later, questions have been asked in the Twitter world, Mr Speaker, about why did you say that? Because I never thought that Grant was a liar until I saw that video clip, Mr Speaker. It sends a message. It sends am I wrong? Oh, I'm wrong. Oh, I'm wrong. It must have been CGI. It must have been CGI. The way they put Alf in the picture, and poor old Grant didn't even know that his partner was behind him. Even though 5 seconds before he was having a beer with them. And even when he was asked about it, they both smiled at each other. Oh no, that smile was CGI as well. Mr Speaker, I've got news for the Labour Party, and I'm afraid it's all bad, Mr Speaker. They've been running around saying what a great election campaign it has been. 200 people turned up. 200 people turned up to a meeting to elect the leader of the Labour Party. For goodness sake. And I tell you what, I saw it on Te Karere, Mr Speaker, and I recognise some of those people, and some of those people have been in more parties than I have been, Mr Speaker. And that's saying something, Mr Speaker, for goodness sake. It's been great. But I tell you what, I want to finish by saying the last speech by the Right Honourable Winston Peters is a sad indictment on how things have really got out of hand for that old chap, thinking and believing Thinking and believing in conspiracies is just wrong.
Point of order. Point of order. The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Well, Mr Speaker, I think you heard the reference to the right honourable member who should be addressed in that way and not in the way that the member just did.
Yeah, I accept the point. The member's now finished his speech, but it is certainly not helpful and it does lead to disorder. Order. Next
Mr.
call.
Speaker.
The Honourable Ruth Dyson.
Thanks very much, Mr. Speaker. It's the 4th of September today, and for those of us in Canterbury, it's time for us to recall that on this day 3 years ago, we started our series of very significant earthquakes. For the rest of the country, I think most people think I wish you'd get over it. But actually,